How you doing, Nancy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing well, doing well. I'm like a little scared of all the heat in New York City today.
Oh, I know. I've heard
The heat dome.
the heat don't
Yeah.
heat don't care.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on Ponyboi. Wow, this film is covering so many topics. That's the
Yeah.
beauty of independent filmmaking. What was your personal reason for wanting to take up on this project?
I love stories about misfits, outcasts, rejects, people that don't get to shine on screen a lot. And I just thought that Ponyboy beyond the intersex story that is so important to capture it for the first time, being told from the point of view of somebody who is actually intersex. River Gallo writing, starring the project. I thought it was such a unique and historic opportunity for me to join that project. But beyond that, like, this story captures the immigrant journey in a way that I haven't seen before. The story of somebody that comes of age in a new context, and being from an immigrant family, you sort of have to check a lot of the traditions and customs that you inherit, these value systems that as you age and you start to create your identity in a new cultural context, you sort of have to decide whether you subscribe to that or not, as you pursue who you really want to be. And Ponyboy, is a story that, shines light on that in a profound way. Yes, through the gender identity sort of topic, but also like, who are you? Like, are you the definition that somebody else puts on you, or should you, sort of fight for the freedom to define it for yourself? And that's what really grabbed me.
That's funny because you actually mentioned a little bit about one of the scenes between Ponyboy and Charlie,
Yeah.
about what defines you.
Yeah, I mean that scene is groundbreaking. It's the first time that it's, a scene between a trans actor and an intersex actor has been shot. And this journey, I'm not intersex and I'm not queer, so I understand it from from an intellectual perspective. But being there and working with them through those emotions, it was really beautiful. Like, you could just feel like it was, beyond the three of us working on the scene. There was a lot of weight to that moment where, a lot of people are going to hear this and say, yeah, like, I am the owner of my own body, of my own identity, and I choose who I want to be. So I just feel very privileged and thankful that I got to experience it and be a part of the team that put it on screen.
So when I looked up the details about this film and I saw your
Yeah,
name as the director, I was like, he's perfect because I remember watching Blast Beat.
yeah. Oh, cool.
So you have this artistic way of delivering your cinematography,
Mhm.
and this film was perfect.
Yeah, yeah. And I saw it on the page, because I love movies that feel like a dream or like a distant memory. Like, you sort of remember fragments of your past. We're very selective about that. And, with all these flashbacks that Ponyboy has, and the sort of romantic projection of, the ideal love or romantic interest that Ponyboy is pursuing, I just felt like it was tailor made for my cinematic taste, and so I also thought that there was an opportunity to play with music and score in the movie, and time ramps, going into slow motion and sort of blending real time with cinematic time. And that's something that I really love to do in movies, because it really puts you in that space, like I'm in somebody else's head, experiencing their sort of subjective reality. And yeah, this movie was made for that.
So many messages, but the one you hope people take away from watching Pony Boy.
Oh, so much, the pursuit of freedom, the pursuit to be who you want to be, but also forgiveness, is the only way to heal. to move forward. And I feel like when people see this movie, I hope that they take away a lot of love. When we're at war, what we choose to do is spread some love. So I hope that they take that away from it.
Well, thank you so much, Esteban, for your time. Felicidades.
Yeah. Gracias, Nancy. Thank you so much
Muchos
for
más
having me.
éxitos para ti.
Seguro. Muchas gracias.
Bye bye.
Chao.
Adiós.